Hello coders, this is Darren with Renaissance Coders.
And this is Jared. Today we're going to be talking about specialization in the tech industry. So what is specialization? Specialization is essentially just learning to do one thing really well.
That's right, and I think that Jared and I have sort of the same opinion on this. Being specialized isn't necessarily a good thing. Okay, and it really depends on if you're working for a small indie company or if you're working for a big company. So let's say you're working for a small company. If you're a programmer who knows how to program, you know how to 3D model, you know how to do art, you know how to animate, let's say you know how to do all of these things, you're going to be incredibly valuable. Even if you're just applying to a small company as a programmer and they're accepting you as just a programmer, at some point that company is going to ask you to do those little odd jobs where maybe you're just doing level design or maybe you are working on a 3D model. And so if you know how to do those things on top of being a great programmer, which is what you applied for, it's going to make you incredibly invaluable.
Right, so I think another important point is that every developer at some point in their career is going to be specialized in one thing or another. Let's say you're just coming out of college, all right? You're not going to have a wide knowledge base here, or later on in your career you're working at a large company, they may only want you to do a certain thing. That's specialization as well. So that's fine at that point in your career, but it's important to always continue to develop your skills because you may not always have that job or you may not always want to do that job either. So developing yourself for the future is always going to be in your best interest.
Alright, so what is it exactly we're trying to tell you? Well, we're not saying that you should go out and learn all of these programming languages or learn all of this different software, but what we're trying to say is that it's going to behoove you to know how to program in multiple languages. It's gonna benefit you to know how to 3D model if you're working at a job that asks people to do that. Because the more that you can do, let's just say that a 3D modeler gets sick and your boss comes up to you and starts complaining to you saying, "Oh, this guy, he's not going to be able to do it because he's out of work," and then you just say, "Well, I can do that." Well, that's going to make you so much more valuable, and a month down the road you're probably going to get a raise if you ask for it. So all we're saying is that if you say that you know something, then make sure that you know it. And if you only know one thing, well, it's not the end of the world, but we do think that you should continue to develop your skills and even learn some new things on the side.
Alright, so that's going to conclude our discussion, but we do want to get your input on what you think about specialization. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? So be sure to put your thoughts in the comments below. Also, for more great discussions, be sure to subscribe.
Alright guys, this has been a Renaissance Coders discussion. Thanks for watching.